Hi Michael, it's Jason here from K&D. As discussed, I thought I'd just put together a quick video of a few screen grabs of different websites of your competitors to have a look at some of the design choices that they've made on their site to sort of step up their presence, if you like. It's a pretty competitive, as you know. Windows and doors is very competitive sector online. So it's worth seeing what some of your more closer competitors are doing in this space, and then see what we can take from that when you're ramping up to take your presence to the next level. I should just, from my discussion with you a couple of days ago, just be reassured we're not throwing everything out here. The intention is to keep, obviously your content and your presence now that's, resulting in some good lead flow to overlay a more solid visual layer on top, if you like, which is, I think, going to make a big difference going forward. It takes you, definitely take you to that level. So it's worth having a look at what some of your other competitors are doing. This is SEM Rush, and we can explain this in a little bit more detail. But basically, this is like a visibility of how present you are in your organic search results in Google, and I can explain this a little bit more, but basically it looks at these keyword phrases and it's telling you what you rank in Google. So you're ranking on number one for semi-frameless pivot doors and parameter frame pivot doors. You're number one for that, which is awesome. Now, the idea is to, with any sort of restructure or refocus, to look at the phrases that you actually really want to rank a lot better for. So when we jump down to aluminium French doors, for example, you're 65. Now maybe wardrobe doors, maybe these, you really want to target these phrases, and by doing a bit of a restructure of this, the SEO structure of your site, you have a chance to reposition those as well, not just from a visual layer design, making it look really cool, but also from a search performance. So in this development redesign, you will get an idea that it's not just visual, it's a chance to refocus to your core markets and really talk to your key markets in the most appropriate way. So some of those will be professionals, installers, contractors, builders, whatever those are. They have their own needs, specification docs, service and support docs, efficiencies, all those things that's important to them. But then the homeowner doing their initial research and choosing the brand that they would choose and like to work with, they have much varied desire, visual inspiration, design options, colors, all of those things, galleries, all of those things are really big for them. So let's have a look at one where I have spoken to you about. Trend is one of those larger Gelwand companies. There's a selection of those companies, and instantly you can see in comparison to your site was boxed, which is a little bit old school. Not a little bit, it is old school because screens were smaller, and this is now several years old, and it's sort of built before responsiveness for mobile to very large wide sites was a thing. Now it's kind of accepted that if you have a wide screen, those visual images will really fill that screen. And what you'll see on each of these competitor sites is that the imagery is really driving it as large, inspirational style of imagery, which is really important. Trend is a little bit sort of dated in their approach, I guess, and you look at, click through to their synergy range, then you've got, awning space. This is good because it's really good for SEO. You kind of do this on your site anyway, but you can see the images are much bigger. So when we go to Windows on yours, sliding windows, see your galleries are tiny. There's not a hey, this is us, this is our product in an immersive style of experience. There is a small call to action, a quote request here, but what they do well is the color ranges, the texture range, hardware choices, ratings. They're really trying to give the best, position this product in its best possible way in one page. And I think that's, most of these sites do this now in a quite an engaging way. If you look at A&L, what these guys do really well is other galleries. So certainly from a homeowner perspective, I can quickly jump in and look at living and dining gallery, and the galleries just absolutely fill the entire window. This is really important now, so that you can do that on mobile as well. Fill that window with all the biggest images as you possibly can to really highlight your products in situ or in the best way possible on screen. Some of the other things that these guys do quite nicely are the navigation drops you into these sort of visual little icon style use of their different product types, which is really for someone that may not know what product they're shopping for but have an idea. Then these sort of clues really bring that to the fore. It's a nice little navigational option. Talking about navigation, if you go to Bradnam's, these guys, I guess, if we were to do a navigational restructure or improve your navigation, I would probably head down this path because, as I said before, it's identifying that professionals, builders, trades are one of their key biggest buyers of this product, not just homeowners. So product information, installation, technical drawings, energy ratings, all of those things that are important to the trade are right up front with these guys. Yes, they have a products, very easy to navigate, products menu, and I can go into my awning style and then, big images again, a little bit about the product, and then straight into, a full framed gallery, color choices. They've got some funny thing going on with, what's available on each state, glass choices, handle options. So they're really going, everything is out on the table. And a lot of these sites now is about that. How do I really engage the client? It's all my options that are available for this particular product range. That's a really good example of that. Homeowners, they're looking for different ideas, downloadable brochures, design ideas. So there's gallery options, indoor, outdoor, splash pack windows, image glass. They're really showing off all of the products in different styles that can be used. So that's some ideas there around, navigational structure that works. They've gone the blog, which, we've got already, and that's starting to work really well for you. That's not going to stop. That's the important thing of, you've got to keep these articles absolutely rolling regularly, and then move perhaps to some video as well, which will be really good. Not a lot of these businesses are really actually using video yet, which is surprising, but I wouldn't say it's far away. They're probably actually, gathering content to actually explore that a little bit more. What I don't necessarily, Bradnam's, they're hiding their contact details and social media and all that. I'd be much more inclined to really not hide that in a contact. I know they're probably trying to feed users through a path of choosing their state and that sort of thing. But look, I don't necessarily agree with that. I would much rather see this, contact, get a quote, nice in your easily accessible contact details to make that buying choice. So I think importantly, what you can see from each of these competitors' styles is that we're looking now at big images, good use of white space to highlight your products in situ using those quality images to reinforce every time. So there's plenty of opportunity to really drive that home with any refresh. As I said, we can overlay a new visual layer, visual template over the top of what you've got, and then work on your product and your navigation structure to really improve that, to take that to the next level. But there's plenty of opportunity there. So yeah, we'll catch up in the next day or two and discuss what that looks like going forward. But yeah, that's a bit of a competitive analysis of where we're at. Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you soon, Michael. Cheers.